Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
Thank you for joining us for this month's Words from Wisconsin video. I just want to take a moment and make sure everybody paid attention to the email we sent out on November 7th, and it talked about being spoofed on wire transfers. This is the newest twist that we've seen from criminals in that they're calling us to check on the wire transfer, and it looks like we're actually getting the phone call from the right party. Do not rely on this as being our customer. The only way that you can be sure that you have the proper authority is to call the party yourself with a trusted telephone number that's been provided either by your realtor, your attorney, or your lender. The Wisconsin agency team is already thinking about the holidays. We all shared some of our thoughts about the holiday season for this month's video. Please check it out.
For the holidays, my siblings and I get together at my mother's house. She's 94 and still has everybody come to her house for the holidays. And with grandchildren and great-grandchildren and spouses and all of that, there's about 30 of us now. And we all bring one present and then draw numbers to who gets to choose first out of the pile of presents. And after a few fisticuffs, we get through all that, and it all turns out to be a great holiday.
And my tradition for Christmas starts in the month of November. The Saturday after Thanksgiving, I get together with all of my siblings and assorted in-laws, and all of us girls bake cookies all day long. We usually get around 150 dozen. So think of me on the day after, or Saturday after Thanksgiving, as we're busy baking.
I'm not talking about holiday traditions this year. I'm going to talk about how much fun I had last year. One of my best friends in the world from childhood happens to be an archaeologist, anthropologist up in Alaska. He's got his own historical site survey company up there. And his mother's still living in the old neighborhood, and he gets back home every 3, 4, or 5 years, and last year he happened to be home. It's always great to see him. He always comes loaded with tales of adventure in the Alaskan wild and a couple of crazy presents. This year, notwithstanding, or last year notwithstanding, the presents were pretty great. First one I can't show you because we drank it and discarded the bottle, but it was vodka. And it wasn't just any ordinary vodka. It was Alaskan salmon infused vodka. And there are just two things to know about that. First, they nailed it. It was salmony good and delicious, and especially you would like it if you enjoy that lingering taste of salmon on your breath for hours after you finish your cocktail. The second thing to know about Alaskan salmon vodka is that just because your state is lousy with salmon and everybody in the world is distilling and infusing vodka with silly things doesn't make it right. So Alaskan salmon infused vodka is not going to be part of my holiday tradition going forward. However, if somebody in Oshkosh or Eagle River or Hayward comes up with a Wisconsin walleye vodka, yeah, I'm in. I think we're all swimming in that, aren't we? The other gift is truly Alaskan as well, and I'm assured that they were made by real Aleutian Eskimo. And as you can see, they're mittens made of seal and reindeer hide, and they're both fashionable and practical for everyday manly use. I think really the important thing,
or oven mitts,
you know, yeah, at home or, you know, for a night out on the town. But I think in order to really pull these off in high style, you have to accessorize appropriately, like everything else in life. Because if you don't accessorize correctly, you know, you might just look stupid or something. What?
Thank you, Ray.
You look fantastic.
Anyway,
nice.
That was my holiday last year, and I'm hoping everybody has a great holiday this year.
Well, I'm not sure if I can up that. I suppose I could talk about a Christmas in the past where I kind of surprised my son. What had happened was for Halloween I'd gone out and purchased a Godzilla costume. And I purchased this costume for the purposes of Halloween, going out trick-or-treating, but unbeknownst to myself, I fell incredibly ill with a bad flu bug for Halloween, so I didn't get to use the costume, and the costume sat in the closet. But on Christmas morning, I was able to put the suit on, sneak downstairs before my son got up, and wait for him to come downstairs. Comes downstairs and sees me sitting in a Godzilla costume. So that's the memory I can share.
It's Christmas to me.
My wife and I bought our house strictly because my wife wanted a tall living room roof to put an enormous Christmas tree in, and so every year we put in an enormous Christmas tree that we have to lug from another part of town, and we invite all of our neighbors to come and decorate it. It takes about 3 days, and takes the rest of the winter for us to put the Christmas decorations away. Our main new tradition now is to exchange stocking stuffer gifts among all of our extended family, and there's always 1 or 2 gag gifts that get recirculated. So this year we're going to find out who has the Klingon cookbook.
Ooh. All right, and then for me, we have a few holiday traditions that we go through every year. My family always gets a live tree. Sometimes we get it from the same Christmas tree farm. Sometimes Dad has gotten it from a lot, but we always decorate it together, listening to holiday music. And then my mom always bakes cookies for Christmas, her famous chocolate chip cookies. And on Christmas Eve, we all gather together and we watch a Claymation Christmas.
And we wish you all happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Welcome, smile.